young man, I got me up. I want to be live, but I swear, not easy. Papa rapping my own man, and girl, the market was doing, I'm breaking the profit. On my way, people calling me names, all the trouble I see, I do at the peace. When the suffering, the sources, I copy the code, how I get paid. Sooner or later, my hustle pay. Let pay, and I'm rushing myself. Keep it cool, everything have a CC. Too much rushing, I probably chasing. One day. One day. I'll kill it cool. One day.
I know my hustle gonna pay one day. Any mess they're gonna see my face. Me pa know I'm not watching it. One day, success gonna come my way. I know my hustle gonna pay one day. Any mess they're gonna see my face. Me pa know I'm not watching it. One day, success gonna come my way. Yeah. My mama was so worried. My papa was so worried. My friend was eat on my knee. Any mess that will come on that knees. So I on my way. 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 I'm on my way to this place and I'm looking for money. Looking for money, oh. Looking for money. I want to make mama happy. Want me papa happy. Want me my brothers and sisters to come around me.
Yeah, copy the cool. Why you know you hustle? Why saying the book by the Genesis? Shall come to power, shall come to power. I feel be working on Wednesday. In my love for the ma, in my love for the ma. Or in the dark, or in the week, or in the week. All in the sun, the
mama was so worried.
No for air.
My papa was so worried. My friend was eat on my knee. Any mess that will come on that knees. So I on my way. 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 I on my way.
Armando, you are a famous star now. So what do
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Today, we wake up to Tuesday, February the 14th, Valentine's Day. Oh, Lord, happy Valentine's Day to all of you out there. Love is in the air. Love is in the air. But first, let's take a minute to remember our people in Europe. We cannot celebrate Valentine's Day without remembering the thousands and thousands of people who have died since last week in Europe. So to recall the remembrance people, the 34,000 or more people that have died so far, let us take a moment of silence in remembrance of them before we move on to our Valentine's Day. May their souls rest in perfect peace. And to the wounded, we pray that your wounds and your sufferings will be alleviated soon as more and more rescuers and medical personnel from around the world go to Turkey and Syria. Syria is in need of more help than Turkey. Everybody going to Turkey, they're not paying attention to Syria. Please, let's equally divide the help and support that's going to these countries, and let the Syrians benefit from the help that's coming to help save lives before we move to the final stages of this process. May their souls rest in perfect peace. And God bless the injured and wounded. May they recover fast from their wounds. So now let's just take a Chesson break. Now, happy Valentine's Day to all my other you out there. Love is in the air, and let it fall on you by the grace of God. Everybody needs love. Everybody needs blessings. Everybody needs one another. We are a community of people, and we must understand that the more we learn to get along, the more we learn to love one another and appreciate the things that all of us bring to this community of the world, the better it will be for all of us. Our world is changing. It's warming. And as it warms up, the ocean that takes up a large portion of our world can become a threat to our very survival. The changing of the weather, earthquake, and all the various things that turn to disasters in our communities are more prevalent than before. We have to govern ourselves by coming together, by understanding that as a community, we must survive and thrive through the challenges we have to face now and in the future. We have a lot of challenges. It's not only personal. It's nature. It's natural disasters, etc., 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 that will force us to come together and live as communities of people who care about one another. So let's start learning this now. With all these things, atrocities go on around the world, we must take heed and govern ourselves. Now let me put up my topic this morning. You all know that our correspondent in Liberia, Mr. Samuel Wilker, has been invited to the Liberian National Police Station because of his filming an interview of protesters yesterday and the protest that was going on. Now, why he was summoned to the police station is beyond me. Is our nation becoming a dictatorship now that people cannot film the police? Are our police officers gangsters now that when they go to stop crimes and go to maintain peace within our communities, we can't film them? What are we coming to? Some dictatorship nation? This is a caveat to all those who want to tamper with our national security, with our constitutional rights, with our interests in providing peace and security in Liberia during this delicate time in our nation's history when we are headed to our electoral process. We don't want government beating people up and using dictatorial tactics to keep our people down and silent and quiet. Why we can't film the police? Why citizens of Liberia cannot film the police? Is it against the law now? Is that a constitutional violation now? You got to summon people to the station for filming incidents of the news and news reporting? What's going on in Liberia? Are we slowly moving to a dictatorship? You release my correspondent right now and let him go home. Release Samuel Wilker, effective, immediate, and don't touch that boy. That boy has the authority to film. How you make laws that people cannot film you? What the hell is this country coming to? You summon people to the prison, you arrest people for filming you, so you can carry on your ruthlessness and your evilness, and people cannot film you. And you want to be like America? Police can't stop people from filming people in America. What's going on in Liberia? So you will be beating people up. And our correspondences in Liberia cannot let us know what's happening to our relatives and our friends and our family and our people. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. And if you had arrested my boy yesterday, we want to know why. This wouldn't have quieted the filming of your. Liberian people need to rise up and start filming these people more. Oh, you're scared of being filmed? Just send it to us. Then post it. We want law and order in Liberia. We want the killing to stop. We want the illicit behaviors of Liberian government officials to cease and desist. Not only the Liberian and university students will speak out. We got people who have interest in our country. We got families and people in our nation that need protecting. And part of the news is essential to the national security and protection of Liberian people. So since our president has admitted that the police and the government cannot protect our people and we need CCTV, why are you people harassing the people that are filming activities in our country, especially when it comes to police activities? This is unacceptable. This is undemocratic. And above all, this is unconstitutional. We will not stand for it. At this time in our history, when we are about to have an election, we cannot have the government impeding the filming, the free filming of people in our community with their phones. Why you stop people from filming the police? Is the police committing crimes against the Liberian people? Is the police the enemies of the Liberian people? Is the police now so secret we can't film you all people? What are you people doing in Liberia, Liberian police? Why we can't film you? Why the hell can't we film you? What kind of activities are you people conducting in our country that is so illicit, corrupt, evil, and bad that the citizens of Liberian people cannot film you? Why? If you are committing law and order according to the Constitution, if you are committing your jobs according to how you're supposed to commit it, you shouldn't be afraid to be filmed. Except you're committing police brutality and evil. Except you're suppressing the Liberian people with brute force and violence. If not, why can't we film you? Why can't we film you? If you're in the lawful performance of your duty, why? Are you a secret cult? Are you a secret gang? Are you a secret organization? We want to know these things. Don't be inviting my correspondent to the police station for nothing. What's going on here? What's going on here? This is not right and this is not fair. You running Liberian people down, they're criminals because they're filming you? Who the hell are you? You can't be filmed. You want to be a democratic republic and you want to act like a dictatorship? In dictatorship, you can't film the police. If the police supposed to be serving community, the police community supposed to be community servants. And why in the hell we can't film you if you're lawfully performing your duties? Why? What's going on in Africa? You can't film the police. Are you people gangsters? Are you people secret cults? What the hell is wrong with the police? You better stop that. There's nowhere in the world you cannot film people. Why you stop me from filming? Why you gotta run me and jail me and try to beat me and take my phone and stuff like that? What the hell is going on in Liberia? This is supposed to be the time of the Liberian people. So why you got my boy at the police station? That's what I want to know. Why you invited my boy to the police station? What kind of crime he committed? Why? My phone has not rung yet. Let me go get my phone. So let's still this. I'll be right back. Let me go get my phone. My phone has not rung yet. I don't know what's the situation on my board. But this is not right. People cannot be afraid of the police. Why are our people going to be running from the police in Liberia? Is the police a group of gangsters? Why? Why you got to be taking people's phone and stuff like that away from them? This is not right. This is not democratic. If the people are not committing crimes, you cannot go and take their phones. You cannot start beating civilians who watching your activities. The police not committing any secret activities in our nation. So why people can't film you? Why? Is that police brutality you want to carry on? That why we can't film you? This got to cease and desist. Liberia is a nation of law and order. Liberia is a constitutional government. The police can't be running and beating people and seizing their phones and stuff like that. Why you won't be rogues? You won't be stealing people's phones and shit? What the fuck? Why y'all gotta be impeding people's constitutional rights? Taking their phones and beating them because they're filming y'all. What's wrong with filming people? If y'all are conducting your duty in accordance with the Constitution and the rule of law, there should be no fear of people filming you. Except you're there to beat people and to institute violence. Now take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. Because we're not tolerated. We're not. Our nation is a nation of laws. Our nation is a nation of good governance. And despite the fact that we do not have good leaders in our nation today, that does not impede the truth that we are a nation of laws. So if these people running our country don't understand their duties and responsibilities, then the Liberian people need to protest. We need more protests. Because people can't just stifle our rights. Huh? Why we can't film the police if they're doing their jobs good? Why we can't film them? Why they gotta be chasing people in the street to take their phones and arrest them? Why? Why the Liberian citizens got to be afraid of the police to that extent? This is not what the police is all about. And you use the police to incite fear in us. That when the police come, we got to run and hide. You can't stop a protest. You can't beat the people because they're blocking the road. No. You tell the people to get to the side. You are policing. There are standards to community policing. And if you fools don't know it, you better damn well learn it. Because you cannot stop a protest and say, oh, they're blocking the road. No. You cannot chase the people down and arrest them and beat them up. No. You are police. Your job is to police. If the protest is in the street, you tell the protesters, get to the side of the road. And you order it. You must institute that law and order procedure before you can start arresting and beating people. Now, that whole video I saw, I didn't see the police telling people to get off the street or let cars pass or to step to the side or you one side of the street. I didn't see it. Their excuse is the people are blocking the road so they beat them. No, you got to give the people the alternative first. You got to tell the people that they are blocking the street and they must step to one side. You cannot impede their protest, but they cannot take up all of the streets. And we did not hear any of that announcement. They just started jailing the people and beating the people. Then they say the people disturbing traffic. No, you got to warn the people. You can't just go there and you see the people doing wrong and you know the people have constitutional rights to protest. And you just start beating and arresting people and inviting people to the police station. What's that? Are we living in a draconian society? No, you must give the protesters the right to step to the side. You must inform them that they are blocking the road. They have a right to protest. If the government not giving them light, what you expect for them to do is live in darkness? Then the president telling us we need CCTV for our own national security. How the hell the CCTV can work if we don't have electricity? Now you tell the people, step to the side. There is nothing with you demonstrating, but you cannot take up all the traffic. Step to the side. Use one side of the street and let traffic take the other side. But the people have a right to protest. And our correspondents have a right to film everything that's going on. The police can't beat our people. And you can't intimidate our correspondents by inviting them to the police station. What's going on in our country? Is this dictatorship? You want to silence people during election and all of this stuff? What's going on in this country? You gotta don't invite my boys to police station for taking film, for filming stuff you're doing. What's wrong with you? That's a human right. You can't stop our citizens from filming, not even whether you're a correspondent or not. You can't just go around stopping people from filming if the police doing wrong. What's wrong with you? Is this how African police operate? They will beat people and intimidate people and nobody can film it? This thing cannot go on in Liberia. It cannot go on in Liberia. If we want to be a democratic nation and follow the principles of the American society, we got to understand too that there are limitations to government action. And the people have a right to their cameras. You see all over the world now, people telling the police they got to wear camera on their bodies. So when they come into contact with people, they film it to make sure that there is justice. So how you go around inviting people to the police station because they're filming the actions of the police with this community? Come on, man, behave yourselves. Behave yourselves. And let's do right, okay? So every now and then I'll put my board up and I hear from my board and hear what happened. Let me call him right now. See what he's doing at the police station there. So what you doing at the police station?
I'm here. You call me here. Say what is here. Say on bench here. You call me in the office here.
Oh, the guy.
Say the bench. We are 2 or 3 here.
Why you sitting on the bench?
You say what outside. Get in the office. You call me in here.
Okay. Keep me abreast. Okay?
Okay.
Take care. We're monitoring the thing, the whole world monitoring you. We want to know why they call. We want to know why they're calling you out there for filming things. This is not a dictatorship. Okay, I will talk with you soon.
Okay.
So they got them sitting on the bench waiting to see them. So we're monitoring this thing. We want to know why. Okay? So that's the situation unfolding in Liberia right now. They invited my correspondent to the police station because of his interview with somebody yesterday and the filming of the police, the protesters. Why some people can film it and some people cannot film it? Why? Because I saw it on the news. I saw the correspondence all between the police and things, they're filming it. Why other people can't film it? Why? Why some people can some citizens can film and other citizens cannot film? Why? Are people paying the police for this? Do we have to pay the police to do this? Then let us know. And not bullshit us. Because if we can see the thing on the news where people will correspond all between the police and then not stopping them, why are they stopping the rest of the citizens from filming? Do we have to pay the police to give us permission to film? What's going on in Liberia now? We want to know. Why only certain people can film and the public cannot film? Why? Why? Let me move on to my second topic in the meantime. Because these are the injustices that bother me, man. Okay, when life in Liberia is not normal, how can the people respond to daily living? When the government is afraid for the people to protest, when the people have no other means of expressing their grievances, we have no other means. We're going back into the 1980s now, or into the 1960s and 1970s, where everybody got to be silent and afraid of the government now because when you talk, they're coming to get you. What happened to the freedom that Liberian people enjoyed under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and at the beginning of this administration? Now we're going back into a dictatorial type of leadership where everybody got to be scared and running helter-skelter from the police. Why has the police brutality increased in our country? We can't film the police. What kind of crimes are the police committing? What kind of violence are they committing against our citizens that we can't film them no more? That filming the police is a crime. They will chase you and lock you up and seize your phone to steal it. So all the police just stealing people's phones. Because if you're just taking people's phone from them with impunity, you're not giving people's phone back to them. You are stealing people's phones. So all the police in Liberia got phones that don't belong to them. They're confiscating people's phones. What the hell is going on in this damn country? It's not normal for police to steal, for police to be rogues. If you're confiscating the people's phone from them, who is reporting it? You can't just take my phone from him for nothing. When I pay $600 for it, you take my phone for it. Who is using my phone? Why isn't my phone reported to the government? Why isn't there a listing of all the phones that have been captured or taken from people? So the police are participating in stealing cell phones. Because there can be no way in a constitutional government that the police will chase people from filming them and confiscate their phones with impunity. That's stealing. In my country, we call it stealing because people can't do it in America. Yeah? What kind of police will just capture your phone and take it? $600-700 phone. What the hell is going on in our country? The police confiscating phones from citizens for them to have phones. What happened to all the phones you confiscate? You can't take phone from people and keep it. No, that's stealing. When you confiscate people's phones, you're supposed to report it to the police station and let the people have a chance to reclaim their phones. So if the police are chasing people and taking their phones for them, things are not normal in Liberia. Our police are telephone rogues. They're stealing phones for our people in the public, confiscating phones and not reporting it. Our police are not gangsters. Our police are law enforcement officers. When you confiscate people's phones, you cannot keep it. You must report it. The people must have an opportunity to reclaim their phones, to reclaim their personal properties. This is stealing. This is broad open day stealing. When the police can just go and take people's phones from them, chase you and jail you, and nobody hear about your phone or you no more. Is there other country where they arrest you, you got to go pay $100 to be free for the police to get their share of money? What is going on in Liberia? What is going on in my country? You better release my boy right away. I'm monitoring this. This is not right. This is not fair. This is not just. This is against the Constitution. And some of us will not tolerate it. We're watching y'all. We're watching y'all. Y'all keep on trying to steal people's phones and confiscate their personal properties with impunity. You can't do that. How you go around confiscating people's phones that they pay hundreds of dollars for and they can't get it back? They have no redress, no recourse. There's a promoting stealing in our nation. The time of the people. The time of the people, man. It's not right. So let's look at this whole situation that brought about this thing we're going through. This is Mr. Wilker reporting from yesterday, I think. Yes, let's see what happened.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, I learned that you were involved in a protest this morning for electricity in Brewerville.
Yes, we're involved in electricity protest this morning. Yes,
But the police broke her apart.
Yeah, the police broke her apart because we were assembling peacefully and the police were wrong for beating people. The city mayor gave order to get rid of people on the street, for which was wrong. All our constitution is our right. to protest, the right for protest, the right to do anything. So we didn't protest violently. There was a peaceful protest.
So what's the name of the city mayor?
Be that fine.
Be that farm.
Yeah, be that fine.
He gave order for the people to beat you up.
Yeah, he gave order for the people up.
I learned as a guy who got broken.
A lady got broken, and a guy got broken. They take some to Central.
So you think you'll be playing for another protest?
Yeah, we need quarrel. This government not doing all well. This government is not doing you see, they hang around another people to bring it. This government not doing all well. This government, we put this government on to help us. But however, we have seen the weakness, we have seen the lapses. We can't re-vote these people in power no more. Thank you.
So most of the cyclists are parking, they were involved.
They was involved, yeah, they were involved. But we were beating people, so definitely everybody scared. Police were one for beating people. We were going to beat somebody, we were taking anybody for that was peaceful protest. But now that people say police, someone on the street, neutralizing people say it was wrong.
Okay, thank you, your name again?
Mr. Benson. Mr. Benson.
Thank you so much.
So you see that is why my correspondent was invited to the police station this morning because of that video. But right now he's sitting on a bench at the National Police Station and waiting to be heard. So why can't people film the police and activities in our society? Why is there a law against that? The police can arrest people and invite people to the police station for filming? What's going on in Liberia today, my people? We want to know. Why is my correspondent sitting at the police station on the bench right now for sending me an interview of what's happening in our society? What is wrong with that, man? I got a problem with that. We want freedom of speech. We want freedom of movement, freedom of association. Why can't people film the police? Is the police again in Liberia now? Are they committing acts of atrocities against the Liberian people? They don't want to be filmed. What is wrong with African police? You can't film them. What the hell wrong with African police? You cannot film them. Are they criminals? Are they violating the law? Are they a gang of violent people? Why we cannot film the police conducting the activities in the community? Why is it a crime? This is the same shit that goes on in Sierra Leone too. You can't film the police. Why you can't film the police? Who are the damn police? You can't film them. Huh? Who are these people? You can't film them. What the activities in the nation? You can't film them. What kind of nations are we running in Africa? Are we running dictatorships? Are our police above the law? You can't film them? My people, let me go. This is my class for this morning. I got to go see and monitor what's happening in Liberia with my correspondent, because right now, these people are sitting on the bench and I want to know why. We got to want to know why. This government will not take us back into the 1960s, into the 1970s. Our people have rights and dignities. And if these people don't understand that, if the IG and if people don't understand that, that's the man who are attacking Darius Dillon in the Senate, in the legislature. The police attacking Darius Dillon, our senator. What do you expect for them to do in society? That's why they don't want to be filmed. We got a lot of rude and disrespectful people in our police. If the police director can insult our senator and challenge him in the legislature, what more would the police do to our people on the streets? Take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. My class is done for the day. We want freedom in our country. We can't resort or return to the Totman era or the Joe era. George Weah and forces must understand we got laws And when you mess with our laws, you mess with the peace and stability of our country. That's our national security. Don't play with it. I see you, my people. Have a good day.